Dog Daily with the Badge Bros, Jon and Nez hanging out, Black and Yellow Dog app, all that good stuff. Lighter day on the platform. We got a WNBA slate cooking here. We got a short game MLB slate, and so we're gonna mix in some football. Why not? The timeline is littered with camp videos right now, and a little bit of quotes here and there. The Luther Burden steam is going to be off the charts after one Ben Johnson quote there this morning. But yeah, Nezzy, how you doing, my friend?
Doing well. Had a pretty solid day yesterday in baseball in the early and main. So that was nice. That was nice getting on the right side of the balance sheet there. But yeah, man, Ben Johnson pumping that Luther Burden price. I don't think he can go any higher. I really don't. But
yeah,
he's trying. He's trying.
Yeah, he's pushing it up there with the quote from today. We'll take a look at that later when he was basically effectively saying he'd be buying stock because he looks even faster than ever or whatever. So 'tis the season for best shape of your life. And yeah, I don't know. Ibuka had a jumping across the middle, nobody around him, reach back, one-handed grab that's going to get all the hype in the world. So that little pocket of wide receivers is going to get steamed in the fourth round here. Yeah, I don't know. Appreciate you guys being here. If you choose to spend your time with us, because a lot of other people live right now, no respect for the old Underdog daily time slot anymore. People stepping on each other's toes for no reason here. But yeah, we'll talk. Underdog Cardio Club just dropped. If you're living under a rock, the new badges dropped yesterday, so everybody should be seeing those in their lobby right now. And you know what, Nez? I'm coming to grips with this purple badge thing, and it's okay. It's okay. It's still pretty cool. Okay, it's fine.
I like it more than mine. I mean, listen, I love that we have new badges, and like I would hate to come out here and just be like, here's what I would do differently. My badge looks way too similar to both green and silver. Purple is like stands out so well.
That's a great point.
I would take a purple badge. Like I think the purple badges are sweet because they see my badge and like I don't even know what that is. And again, I'm really not trying to like shit on the new system because it is so awesome that we have new badges. We've been begging for this, but
you know what?
Purple's sweet, dude. Purple is
a little unique. I mean, Jay Witz is in here saying he might stop at 9999999 just to make sure he doesn't get that diamond. All right. I gotta change outlook and perspective on life now after talking through it yesterday. We'll start with a little bit of the Underdog stuff there, Nez. Then maybe mix in a little bit of basketball talk. No slate for us this evening for Western Conference Finals, but definitely a lot of excitement in that. A lot of the stuff in the Pick'em lobbies, I was just kind of scouring there, and I want to play like some auxiliary, like OKC stuff is largely like my lean tonight. Even if J-Dub plays, like he's listed as injury management, which is a little bit different, I guess. But hey, you guys just took Game 5 at home. You're at the very least going to have a Game 7 on home court. My lean is that he kind of like doesn't play full tonight or doesn't play at all. And I would kind of lean in the camp of doesn't play at all. But these guys are competitors, man. Who knows? But he came back a little early from that hamstring one. But I wanted to get ahead of it in the Pick'em lobbies a little bit, but they're not really giving us that opportunity because just so much rides on his availability for what the lobby numbers would be. So yeah, maybe we'll try and cook something up to the tail end of the show there if there is something. But do you have anything to say hoops wise for this evening? Any leans, anything other than a Wemby play better kind of vibe?
No, nothing groundbreaking, man. These last two games have been so like lopsided that it's a little difficult to kind of parse through things right now. But yeah, I would venture to guess this is a pretty close game, and I'm still Team Spurs here. I think they win tonight. I don't think it's going to be a beatdown, but I do think they win tonight. And I'm on the Spurs side of the pick'ems. If I'm looking at hires, some Vassal threes, some Castle lower turnovers, trying to get on their good side.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, the Castle stuff is good because they got more handling back in the lineup there. The Vassell stuff makes sense because I had the Vassell higher last game out and he took 9 threes. He just went 2 of 9 and it was Champagne who was knocking everything down there. Yeah, I guess my macro takes just for tonight are the Spurs like the Spurs main guys just have to play better and we know where it's all going to funnel through. And then OKC is where you find like a little bit of ambiguity of like, hey, do they go back to that McCain lineup? Do they trust McCain to keep playing this amount of minutes, or is this where we ramp up Caruso now and make him play like, hey, what have we been saving this for? Hey, come play 38 tonight, Caruso kind of vibe. So yeah, ever so slightly got some leans here and there, but we'll mess around with the unabated stuff when it comes out in a couple hours here, or in an hour rather, and take some peeks there. Just wanted to leave the show here, Nez, with what we talked about both yesterday and what I dropped at the very beginning there was that we have obviously the new badge system here in case you guys missed it yesterday. Just that's what the graphic is, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, and then all the virgins who reside in that upper quadrant there with the 100,000. We did get confirmation on a couple more 100K guys. JBB came out of the woodwork, and our guy Nick, man, whose Knicks are in the finals here, he's been trying to keep a low profile. He hasn't been dicing it up in the live chat as much, but Nick came out of the woodwork saying he was a 100K guy there. So the true virgins coming to the forefront right now.
Yeah, dude. We were sleeping on him. I feel ashamed to have forgotten that he NBA maxi, PTP maxi, yeah, of course he was 100K. That was a huge miss. Huge miss. We miss you, Nick Pam. Come back.
Yeah. There you go. And then Nez, the cardio club, man, it is back this year. You can backdate some of your entries. I've already done a couple of cardio clubs and was just saving the screenshots for a little bit later there. So I think I got 2 under my belt. But basically, the big takeaways here are you have to be in the Discord to claim prizes at the tail end of the year. So make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you're in that channel, the UCC 2026 in there. I posted a dog GIF or whatever to tell people what's up in there. And there's some auxiliary prizes that have been added here, which is very, very cool. If you check the bottom, what am I looking at? Maybe I just got to give this a refresh here. I saw this earlier. There we go. Numi added to the base of this that you get a cardio club hat if you do 10 of them. You get a puppy entry, if you do 7 of them. You get a puppy entry if you do 10. You get a dry fit if you do 20. There's a gift card from Nike for 35. There's a gym bag for 50. There's AirPods for 75. And then first place, whomever does, the most of them and finishes the highest in the leaderboard at the end of the season there. So the highest scoring cardio club team gets full max entries into next year. And then the progressive ranking up of the tiers, you don't just get one prize. You slowly accumulate all of them. So if you want to mix fitness and drafting this year, like the champ Sam Sherman from last year did, have at it right here.
Love it, man. They keep beefing this up. And it's such a no-brainer, to habit stack. It makes exercising go faster, drafting go faster. If you do care to finish your drafts faster, it's just it's where it's at, man. So yeah, check out the rules, see how to get in on this, and no-brainer.
Awesome. Yes, fully agree with you there. Let's jump over to the UD tracker, courtesy of Chris. Obviously going to drop a link in the chat there, guys. It is free to mess around with what the stacks look like, what the winning lineups look like, all that good stuff. And our very own Desi Takes told us that the White Sox were the 3rd best stack on the slate behind the 2 chalk Dodgers and Yankees ones that were so effing obvious. And they go nuke last night. So you love to see it. Morikawa was the first hitter in the AL to 20 home runs there. And we'll take a look at the main slate from yesterday there. We talked about that one on the program there. Was this? That ain't it. That is not the slate we talked about on the show yesterday. Late slate? No. Am I stupid? Oh, this is last week. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Here, I thought I was so prepared, Nez. That was last Thursday's slate. There we go. Now we're good. Wednesday's main slate. There we go. Jay Bay takes it down here. Garrett Cole with a beautiful 10K outing. Yordan Alvarez as a one-off for the second night in a row there. He goes deep twice for 2 solo shots there. Jacob deGrom all of a sudden giving up home runs. Our very own Nezzy Takes there is in second place with the 4-1 build there with just a different pitcher. He went to the Mike Burrow side, whereas you needed the Garrett Cole side of that one. Randall Grichuk, man, we were hyping him. We were pumping his tires on the program. He's a part of all of these upper echelon lineups there. You are up here 3 times in the top 10, Nezzy. Take it away, my friend.
Yeah. I mean, those White Sox came through in a huge way. I mean, when it rained, it poured there. They put up like 15 runs. So, I mean, dude, it's just like they're last year's A's where they're just like, always a threat to break a slate. And obviously they did last night. Sick team. They're fun. Glad it got home. Chase Mydroth grand slam though was certainly not on the bingo card.
No, it wasn't. But you said right-handed. You said right-handed White Sox, and you mentioned him by name as the leadoff spot yesterday. So yeah, maybe the grand slam was a bit of an anomaly, but you played right into what you were talking about with the 3 righties in there and then the one-off stuff. So beautifully articulated on the show and then beautifully executed thereafter with multiple iterations of it. I have no idea how we ended up with one-off Freeland in here though, or Freeman in here. What a play, Nessie. What were we doing, dude?
That was a swap.
That makes sense.
That was a who I forget which player would have swapped there, but yeah, I got swapped on that.
I saw that and I was like, we said no Rockies, no matter what, even if there was a fire, and they were getting no hit through 7 or whatever.
Yeah, that must have been a late one because he was not anywhere like near the top of my
Kyle Tucker swap. Yeah,
thank you. I knew it was somebody good. I was like, couldn't remember. Thank you.
Yeah, that lineup would have looked a hell of a lot better with Kyle Tucker in that 2-man stack. I found a kick out of that one. And then we can take a look at the late slate there, which was just a more condensed version. Oops, shit, that's the early slate from today that's going on. Oh no, never mind. That's good. That was the late. Yeah, I'm tripping out here. All right, dude. Yeah, let's jump into today's slate. Unless there's anything else we got to say on yesterday. Bates is bringing up the Habs. Oh man, I got some wagon teams, Nez, that just died a slow and painful death last night watching that hockey game. The Habs have been outplayed for 3 straight games, and they almost got away with it in 2 of them in overtime, and they lost both the overtime games, and they had very good chances in the overtime. And then last night they just get absolutely curb stomped. Like they just got the shit beat out of them.
Yeah. Hate to see it. Hate to see it for you. But listen, man, it's Kane season. It's always Kane season.
It might be. It might, in fact, be Kane season. I actually haven't tapped in a second here. I think we're still pretty live because like we just got the Vegas stuff so right. But this is Vegas, Montreal. The guy in second is Vegas, and he had 2 kind of like monster Carolina guys go off last night. This team's dead anyways, Pepper Prince. But
Prince.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I had a couple big ass wagons that are probably still going to get through. But if Montreal can get through, like I got full stacks. And Carolina was tough to get through because they played 4 games in the first, 4 games in the second, and then nobody got the goalie right. So they were really hard to get through. So it's going to be tough to have good Carolina teams. But if it's Carolina Vegas, it might just be a dupe train of who's got Vegas with one-off Carolinas, basically.
Yeah. By the sounds of it, it's pretty chalk. Man, good luck to those that are getting through though. But man, it's always the Canes. It's been that they've been my, like, other than the Pens, of course, like just because I've seen hockey visualizations that say the Canes are sweet. They've kind of been like my secondary team for hockey.
They are very much the analytical darlings and dork guys teams.
Yeah, definitely for the dorks.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit differently this year, though, and they're way more exciting than they used to be. They used to be very like defensive oriented and block shots. Now they hit everything in sight. They shoot a ton and they block the shots. Just want to give a little love to the Toe Drag Tuesday community. Ikester78 out here with a scroll the F down to Keandre Miller, who was college teammates with Goal Caulfield. But he gets a little bit of a 4-man Carolina here and then goes one off with Carter Hart and goes Landeskog against his own Tendy, which is just a little abnormal, and it's enough to get it done there. Anthony's up here. Jay Snood's up here. I like Kitties and Gilly, Count MC, just tons of puck regs all near the top. But some love for the puck community. Nezzy Takes, let's talk about the 3-game baseball slate, because for the first time in forever, your Pirates, welcome to the slate, my friend. Coach Nez was clamoring for it yesterday, and the Pirates are back on the main slate, although it's only a 3-gamer. Macro thoughts as I bring up the weather and such.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the main slate, but it's it's a smaller of the 2 slates on the day, so it's still the same old. But at least we get to draft them. Don't always get to draft them. 3-game slate, man. 4-person drafts, so things are pretty condensed. Mm-hmm. You're gonna want to probably play a lot of everything, including Cubs against Skeens. Probably almost definitely Cubs against Skeens for the double bubble. That'll exist and be huge. This is just 3 really good pitchers at the top here that I think are kind of dominating the way that people draft with the 3 that you see there. Yeah,
cool. Well said there, man. Playing into some of that double bubble potential, is it does look like Pittsburgh, which is traditionally not a great place to hit, looks kind of probably the best on the slate, because we're dealing with some environments that are just not great, and that's the only place with the wind blowing out, and it's 70 degrees. I mean, maybe you can argue that Baltimore is similar, but they got the wind blowing in there in Baltimore, and that doesn't play well when there's a lefty on the mound and you want to play a bunch of those righties, and the wind is blowing directly in from left field. Now it's only 10 miles per hour, so we could see, but Baltimore went nuke yesterday. They were not on the main slate. But just of note, Blue Jays, Vlad has been healthy and back in there, but Springer sat yesterday. It was Nathan Lucas who slotted in at the top of that lineup, so Springer expected back today. Cubs on a dreadful 10-game slide here, and in the palm of the hands of division foes, the Pittsburgh Pirates looking for the sweep job tonight?
No, they lost, man. They lost last night.
Oh, they did? Oh, shit.
Yeah, they got their ass beat last night.
Oh, damn, I totally missed that.
Yeah, they got smacked down upon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Bubba, and then the bullpen came in and imploded on themselves. So 3 out of 4 would be perfect. I don't want to split. I need 3 out of 4.
Yeah, especially with how poorly the Cubs have been playing in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and how well the Pirates have looked in this series, other than last night apparently.
Yeah, I like their chances today with Skeens on the mound, but.
Yeah, no doubt. And then we got a place that we don't normally go for hitting in Globe Life Field, though it has shown a little bit of home run upside the last couple days here. Jock Peterson coming to life. Yordan Alvarez was in back-to-back winning lineups there, and you can play Yordong against anyone. That's kind of the lay of the land. If you take a peek at the park factors, courtesy of the Ballpark Pal there, you will see that home runs just in a vacuum are way down like this, and you see how pitching is being propped up, and you see that there's not like the most fearsome lineups in the world on this slate. So it could be your the last couple of days we've seen 4-1s win, we've seen 3-1-1 win, we saw a 3-2 win a couple nights ago. I mean, on these shorter dynamic slates, the onslaughts carry more weight, but the run totals are not like crazy high today. So this could definitely be like a, hey, find your best plays, 2-1-1-1 kind of vibe, and then have the one pitcher that separates slate.
Yeah. These smaller slates tend to be like that. Definitely not double counting anything in terms of hitting conditions today. Just kind of playing everything straight up.
Sounds good. Perfect place to start then. We can take a look at the simulated totals and then the run totals on unabated there, but the simulated totals actually show the Rangers as the highest on the slate and then show that there is Blue Jays and Orioles are in that like 4-5 area there, and then the lowest total being the Cubs going up against Skeens, which totally makes sense. And if you're just ranking it out by the Sims, it would be Rangers, Pirates, then this ball game, then Astros, then Cubs. Do you agree with those simulated totals, Nez, or do they look a little off to you?
No, I would say they look off.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll get into why when we bring up the stacks here in half a second. Pirates are the biggest home favorites of the day, a 7.5 there, a 7.5 in that Battle of Texas there. And then the Jays, this is start of a new series here in Baltimore, and Baltimore is favored in that one. Highest run total there, but only a run separating from the other ones on the unabated line there. Nez, let's rank out the pitching on the slate. Is it Paul Skeens with a bullet or SP1?
I don't think it's with a bullet, but he is my SP1 still.
Okay.
Eovaldi has the much better matchup. Eovaldi been solid this season, of course. But Skeens is still my 101, but I think some sources are going to tell you Eovaldi's the 101.
Interesting. Okay. In reference to, do you have a particular source in mind, or are you just speculating here?
I'm kind of speculating. I would say all three in terms of the big ones, but Skeens just never projects that well for people because his stuff metrics don't pop. So they always kind of opt for or lean more heavily towards stuff metrics because it correlates more with Ks and that's fantasy points. But I IKB Skeens projection and put him 101 just because he can go 8 innings and rack up Ks just on the fact that he's able to go deep and not run up the pitch count too heavily if he's on his game. He matches up pretty well here against the Cubs.
Cool. Yeah, no, I respect the take. I'll be playing Skeens 101 here for sure. I do see the bear case in terms of like, hey, a little bit of wind blowing out to right. Cubs have some power lefties in there. PCA, Hap, Bush, like those guys could, get a couple swings off on him. But like when I just look at the macro on this slate, I guess I'm I would say I'm equally scared of Cubs and Houston lineups. So I would just kind of be like, oh yeah, Skeens is 1-1 and like not overthink it there. But I that's interesting that it's going to project similarly in your estimation there, because I just kind of would have assumed, Skeens would have been a couple points higher than Eovaldi, but maybe I'm just not giving professional ass Nathan Eovaldi enough credit there. Strikeout numbers have been pretty strong too.
Yeah, I know Run the Sims likes Eovaldi more.
Okay.
I haven't checked Ballpark Pal or Cardi, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Definitely, both good places to pitch. Maybe we could favor Globe Life as pitching conditions today just because of the warmer weather and the wind blowing out. So, yeah, I don't know. Cubs lineup is definitely longer than the Astros lineup is right now, though. Like the Astros have one hitter I'm worried about. And to be fair, they have, 4 big leaguers in their lineup and then a bunch of like quad A kind of guys.
Exactly. Like much easier matchup for Eovaldi.
Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. We will get into the lineups as we go through. If you're looking at some of the implied totals in some of the other places, Pirates are a little less poppy than on the Sims there. It would be Baltimore, then Pittsburgh, then the Blue Jays, Rangers, Astros, and then Cubs last there. So if you're kind of trusting run totals, it just seems that like Skeens is going to mitigate the run scoring more than Eovaldi will, according to those. But I could see why the models like it. Either way, these are 1-2 for us. And then is there big prioritization in the room to make sure you're not the last guy to get a starter? And as soon as these guys are gone, you push up Arrighetti, or are you not that bullish on Arrighetti and you're totally fine with some of the professional ass pitchers behind? Because we got professional ass vets with a capital V behind.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely like, I want Arrighetti if I don't get those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely a higher K ceiling than anybody else on the slate that isn't the big two.
For sure. Also, pretty good matchup here against the Rangers. They're they have a decent lineup in now. They 2 days ago they really had their F lineup in there, but it's still not intimidating. Arrighetti, really high ceiling. He's pitched extremely well this season. No reason to think that he really shouldn't be right behind Eovaldi in these rooms.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm just looking at some of the hard hit metrics for the starting pitchers here. Skeens is way at the bottom there, only a 26.8% hard hit, which makes sense. Eovaldi's like 10 percentage points higher than him and kind of like the worst on the slate. Not on our slate, but just of note, Grayson Rodriguez pitching today. That's kind of interesting. Is that his like second or third time back?
I think it's third, man.
Third time back? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's been back for a minute. I just don't know that it's been
It hasn't been on our slate. Yeah. Okay, cool. So in terms of hard hit percentage, against Eovaldi, the hardest, Corbin next, Colin Ray the next, Chris Bassett, Arrighetti, then Skeens as number 6 on the slate there. Are you dipping further than like these 6 pitchers at all? I guess you can't. Never mind. That's a dumb question. Of these 6 remaining here, who is your favorite? Are we going double bubble leverage with like Corbin or something like that? Or are you just playing it status quo with Bassett and Ray?
Yeah, I think I'm Bassett 4.
Okay.
And I have trouble going to Ray because it's against the Pirates, and I also don't think Colin Ray is good. So I would probably play Corbin just because Patrick Corbin, the last 2 years has just been better than we want to admit.
He's been full smoke and mirrors, man. Like we talked about, like everyone wanting to stack against him, and then he just comes out and does his thing like every damn time. Yeah,
he's once again been solid this season. So I'd mix and match between Bassett and Patrick Corbin, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we talk about Ks on our site as like floor, just because they're like the most projectable scoring metric effectively that we have, and they're worth like 1 full point, which is pretty substantial. And when you look at this, like this line in the sand at Arrighetti, like you're dealing with like 3 guys who have a 28, a 23, and a 23, like a 23-8 and a 22-9 in those top 3. And then it just falls off a cliff where it's like Ray is 18, Corbin 16, Bassett's 15. So it's like if you're using the Ks and the K props as like what will boost our floor and not sink our lineup, you definitely want to be residing in those top 3.
100%. I mean, like it's such a clear tier break after Arrighetti that I think is pretty meaningful, man. I mean, especially if you are, picking third or fourth. Like if you're picking third, you might as well just take Arrighetti.
Sure.
And not like push it. I mean, what do you win when you win on a slate like this? And if you're picking fourth and the guy ahead of you doesn't pick Arrighetti, well, there you go. Take him. Unless the 3-hole goes like Nimmo, then push it. But yeah, I really don't think there's any reason to sit on SP3 here if you're in these draft rooms.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly articulated, and I couldn't agree with you more. I'm trying to look for like nice things to say about guys like Patrick Corbin. Like the walk rate's been really good. Like he hasn't been walking guys, and he had a really good start last time out. He struck out 7, I believe. Yeah, 7 in 6 innings against the Pirates there. But outside of that start, it's really been like just tread water and like don't get shelled. Just get us through the game and professional ass lefty thumber kind of vibes. It's funny that all 3 of these guys fit very similar archetypes where it's like, try not to walk guys, try and give us 5 innings. Please don't give up more than 4 runs kind of vibe, right?
Yeah. These guys have like no ceiling back there. And the guys ahead of them have big ceiling. So
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Officially gonna rank it out Skeens over Eovaldi, or do you want me to capitulate to the models?
No, I think Skeens is still the better pick.
Okay, Skeens, Eovaldi, tier break, Arrighetti, very, 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 very stark tier break. Mix and match the last three. The leverage angle is take Corbin over Colin Ray and Bassett just to be different, although they have some power righties in there that killed the lefty yesterday. Do you want to rank Bassett, Corbin, Ray for me?
Probably exactly how you have it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just mostly, you're literally just taking whoever you're not stacking against.
Okay, cool. Not a 1-for-1 conversion on the fantasy points, evergreen reminder, but our friend Derek Carty ranks it out. Evaldi, then Skeens, but they're 0.4 fantasy points apart. Then there's a big line in the sand. 5 points below that is Arrighetti, and then 0.4 below Arrighetti is Bassett. So he thinks the tier break is after Evaldi, Skeens, and that Arrighetti and Bassett are quite similar. Then Colin Ray is 2 points behind that, and then Patrick Corbin is 2 points behind that. So take that with a grain of salt, but just something to compare against us. Let's play everybody's favorite game. The cheeky answer is there's only 6 teams on the slate, and everyone is going to be accounted for and stacked up there, Nez. But let's rank out the stacks for the people just in terms of what you will be targeting and who you will be targeting most.
Yeah, I think to start, it would be Baltimore. Decent weather. Just, the winds aren't blowing in the right direction, but despite the Patrick Corbin frustration of stacking against him, I think you just do it. I think you just do it here. Really strong righties here with Ward, Adley, Alonso. Just a lot of runs available here. Really fun to stack. They're expensive, but they would be my 1-0-1 of team to stack today.
Okay, cool. Yeah, some of the underlying stuff for Corbin, definitely like the XFIP and stuff like that, suggesting he should have given up more runs than he's given up thus far that the results would indicate. So good shouts on that one. Also, lowest Ks on the slate, or second lowest Ks on the slate, though. Okay, cool. I tend to agree with you, man. I just will make a couple notes here about the righties. Dude, Blaze Alexander went nuke yesterday, and, we used to play him as a little bit of a lefty killer in Arizona, and he's free right now. He's a little bit hot if we want to play the he's hot kind of game there. He was a triple away from the cycle last night, and nobody's touching him there. I don't love Adley as much from the right side, but at least, he doesn't get pinch hit for because he plays both sides. Ton, once upon a time, was a lefty killer. Didn't come to fruition last night, but could come to fruition today. Kobe Mayo homered last night. Did he homer or just have a good day? He just had a good day. 3 runs scored, 3 times on base, 18 fantasy points there. So if you want to play outside of these big names, I would probably be living in this kind of like 3-man tier. Leote will probably be in there instead of Cowser. Thursday, start of a new series, might find like Weston in there for the handedness advantage. Jeremiah Jackson was killing lefties earlier in the year. So, yeah, definitely a lot to like down here.
Yeah, a lot of fun cheeky righties to play if that's the angle that you want to take.
Yeah, definitely some big-time pinch hit risk when it comes to like Jeremiah Jackson at the bottom of the lineup or something like that. But all in all, I'd expect Mayo, Tavares, Blaze, and Tyler O'Neill to be the guys in there today.
Yep, same here. And really just kind of targeting these righties. Like Gunnar, I think, is just pretty expensive. He hasn't hit lefties well. That's what, like Patrick Corbin, that's the only thing he can do is neutralize lefties. So, I don't think I would be playing Gunnar a ton in these stacks, but maybe that's just a really, really simple way to think about it.
Sure. Yeah. Gunnar homered lefty yesterday.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah. So you never know. But okay, cool. Like that, we will place hold a scroll the F down guy. Who do you like more, Ton, Leote, Mayo, or Blaze?
Mayo for
I agree
sure.
with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, let's place hold Mayo as the scroll on Baltimore. Who's our next favorite stack?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you can say it. I'll let you say it. Pirates are next up. I put Brandon Lau on the cover there. He homered yesterday as well. Yeah, obviously a little bit watered down there from the left side when O'Hearn isn't in there. Connor Griffin keeps flip-flopping lineup spots, top and bottom. The password is in there at some frequency. Who do you think is going to be in there today, and who would be your favorite ADP adjusted here?
I think pretty much everyone from Griffin up is good. Ozuna is definitely TBD for that lineup, righty when they like using the DH spot to give guys rest and then putting in either Password or Esmeralyn Valdez in the outfield to give Reynolds or Cruz a rest. I would bet it's Esmeralyn who starts.
Okay.
But it could easily be Password because I think Valdez got the last righty start, but I think it's just because they like him more. So, but we'll see. He's got some power, man. As you can see, back-to-back home runs there. He had power in the minors. He's been a nice addition to that team, but
he's been up for like a week, right?
Yeah. He got caught up this week.
Okay, cool. What's his background, pedigree, anything like that?
He kind of like just hit every level of the minors, but wasn't, he never got a ton of buzz or, like the typical prospect love that you would expect, but literally every level of the minors he crushed. In 25, last year, 155 WRC plus across high A and double A with a 520 slug. And then this season in triple A, he slugged 500, walked 17% of the time, and K'd 20%. So really good plate discipline. Yeah, he's got some power. He hit 26 home runs last year. So hopefully that translates, to big league pitching and in a park that doesn't play well for power. But I'm a really big fan of Esmeralyn. I think he's a huge help for when like the Pirates low key like might be better against lefties now with Yostinson and Valdez here, Griffin hitting lead off. Cruz is actually hitting lefties well, but they are facing a righty. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, launch angle looks good, and exit velocity looks like second best on the team. Obviously, super small sample since he's been up, but 71 on the hard hit and 94 on the exit velocity in the small sample is pretty good. Expected batting average worse than like what's actually taking place, but that's largely because he's striking out 50% of the time right now, and you're going up against a guy who doesn't strike guys out. So that's kind of bullish for a dude striking out 50% of the time, that you get a guy who's like striking out guys at like a 15% clip on the other side. Like, okay, keep that shit in play, boy.
Yeah. So hopefully, like I said, I do think that we see him over Yostinson, but it could be neither. They could play Jake Mangum, and that would piss me off. But I really think they give Ozuna a rest day because Ozuna was terrible yesterday. He's been terrible all season. I'll bite my tongue as hard as I can from here. But
sure.
The thing about the Pirates is like, who's hitting home runs. You've got like two guys that can really hit home runs here, in Cruz and Lau. They're priced up. Horwitz, has power, but he's not really a home run guy. But I do love Horwitz. They're hitting him leadoff against righties right now, and I think that holds up. I guess just to like go through some of these guys, like Nick Gonzalez is a no. Henry Davis, I'll do it, but it's a no. So it's like it's really the top five. Like is who I would really play.
Some projected lineups have Gonzalez like in the middle, but
they do because they've been hitting him there. And he has no power. He has no power, but he puts the ball in play, and they like that with runners on.
Okay.
Nick Gonzalez is not good.
Yeah, good synopsis there. Spencer Horwitz only striking out 12% of the time and walking at a 13% clip. Like, that's not it's not bad for a leadoff guy. Obviously lacks, a little bit of power, but like he's got a little bit.
I'll make the case he's like one of the most underrated hitters in baseball.
Yeah, who did they trade for him with that Blue Jays trade?
It wasn't McAdoo, I don't think. So they actually got him from Cleveland, and they sent Luis Ortiz over.
Yeah. After the Toronto made the other deal.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All does is a scroll there. Seems kind of fun. Next stack for us, Nezzy.
Let's say I think it has to be Toronto. Just like, I think you're getting too cute if you say otherwise. But Toronto against Bassett.
Revenge.
Oh, that's
Revenge for the guy who got moved to the bullpen in the playoffs there and didn't get to make his starts. Bassett might come out like a little bit like a dog right now. Like, you sure you guys didn't want me in the rotation this year or last? Look at the guys you're running out here. You're running out Patrick fucking Corbin. You could have had Chris Bassett. By you. That's the Chris Bassett bull case right there.
You think he said that exact thing?
Oh yeah, Chris Bassett. He'd be buzzing saying stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely like the Blue Jays here a little bit. Bassett's professional pitcher, man, but he's had some bad starts this season, just kind of scattered about. He's got a 4.6, 5, 4, 4, like earned run outings, respectively. He's not striking out a ton of guys. The Blue Jays don't strike out very much.
No,
but the wins are in, and yeah. That said, this is still a pretty fun team to stack, I think.
Yeah, good shouts. Blue Jays don't strike out a ton. Nice to see Jesus Sanchez come back to life a little bit. Like, his exit velo has been really nice this year. His hard hit's been really nice. It's kind of this little clump of like Okamoto, Sanchez, and Vlad, who have been like hitting the ball hard for this team. And Vlad just doesn't strike out, and Okamoto strikes out a lot kind of vibe. Yeah, obviously Vlad's like in a class of his own here. But yeah, I don't know, man. Springer back in the lineup today, presumably leading off. That could be bullish. So that top 5 looks very strong with like the Springer, Vlad, Okamoto, Varsho, and Sanchez, basically. Ernie Clement's been really underrated this year. He doesn't strike out a ton. He puts the ball in play. He homered yesterday. He was leading the big leagues in doubles for like a month. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Clement is just like, he's such an anomaly because he's just one of those guys that will just like break slates, but he's like his numbers will never like indicate that he should be on your radar. But God, man, Ernie Clement's slates just are the worst.
You ready for the comp?
Yeah.
Poor man's Dustin Pedroia.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting Dustin Pedroia.
Like, just kind of like scrappy, a little bit undersized, multi-sport dude growing up. Nobody ever really believes it, and then they see it, and it's like, oh, here we go. Somehow he's making like WBC teams before people think he's ready. Somehow he's willing teams in the World Series before they think he's actually good. I mean, it's a very lazy and bad. I mean, it's a very lazy comp in terms of like Ernie Clement's ceiling is not an MVP. Like, let's be real here, and Dustin Pedroia won an MVP, but like, yeah.
Ernie is also 6 feet tall.
That's true.
He is.
I gave him the scrappy middle infield, like util label when he's actually a little bit bigger than that.
Mm-hmm. Man, I can't believe Pedroia won an MVP.
Yeah, he was really good for a stretch there. There was a sweet MLB The Show commercial with him polishing his trophy.
I mean, MVP and he slugged 490. I mean,
what was the line from that year? Do you have the line from that year?
Yeah, the slash.
No, give me the raw. Give me the homers. Give me the RBIs, etc.
17 home runs.
Oh my god, for an MVP.
20 stolen bases.
Okay, so he wasn't even a 2020 guy.
83 ribbies.
What the fuck?
118 runs scored.
That's a bad Julio Rodriguez year.
Who do you think, John? You're not going to get this. Okay. Who do you think was second in the 2008 AL MVP voting?
2008
And you'll never guess who was third. Holy shit.
Okay. If I'm never gonna get it, give me like a clue.
Twins.
Twins?
Yeah.
I did not expect you to say Twins. Joe Mauer?
Same
Good,
initials.
Good Canadian kid, North Delta BC boy, Justin Morneau.
Justin Morneau had 129 ribbies that year.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Third was
good
Kevin
North
Euclid.
Delta Blue Jay. There's a field named after him that I used to play on.
Insane year. What an
okay, who's number?
year.
Give me a clue about number 3. Let's see if we can
I said it. You must not have heard it.
I didn't.
Third is another Red Sox.
Jason Varitek.
Nope.
I'm just going crazy off the board there. Okay, who was it?
Kevin Euclid.
Oh yeah, same idea. The Greek god of walks, third baseman, baby.
This 2008 AL MVP list is insane, brother. Fifth was Carlos Quintin.
Okay, I guess so. That's crazy, man.
And
that's the year Boston kind of just ran over the league and won the World Series versus the Rockies, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Huh. That's wild, man.
Really weird baseball season there.
That feels like a COVID ass year is what that feels like.
Yeah.
Like that's a Jose Abreu ass MVP.
That was like peak no drugs in baseball type of thing.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so the numbers were just like
everything cratered.
Yeah.
That was A-Rod doing that year. Line of scrimmage saying that's going to be the next Canadian national team coach? Okay. I see you.
A-Rod was snubbed, bro. He only played 138 games, but 103 ribbies, 104 runs, 965 OPS. He was so much better than Pedroia.
He was way better than everybody.
The A-Rod bias is insane. It's absolutely nonsensical.
Oh, no. Evan saying, MLB owner's proposal just dropped. Hope we enjoy this season. We'll take a look at that later. Fuck, that sucks. All right, back to slate here, Nezzy. Anybody for you beyond Ernie Clement?
No, not really. It's really the top of this order for me. Jimenez can always kind of pop. I don't know. It's a big slate, dude. I probably wouldn't say no to anybody on the Blue Jays because they'll be so low owned. But I obviously am intrigued with the top of this order, including Penyango there.
Yeah, I mean, he could probably still hit 6 today, even with Springer back. And dude, he's got some decent hit metrics, decent hard hit stuff. His problem is he's not lifting the ball enough. He's doing his best Vlad impersonation of they have the exact same exit velo and they just both pound the shit out of it into the ground.
Yeah, he's got a nice WOBA against righties right now. He's not striking out a lot.
What's the WOBA?
340.
Okay. All right, dude. Let's move on here. Any more stacks we want to talk about? Next up would be whom?
This would be
probably Rangers.
Yes.
Yeah. Evan Carter's come to life recently. Got that 31 ball mixed in there, but just consistent and hitting near the top of the order. They moved Ezekiel Duran down yesterday, and he's got the Q tag, battling an illness, it says there. Ozuna moved up, so if Ozuna hits second again today, you can play him. But yeah, I don't know. Jock's homered 2 of the last 3. He's homered 3 times in the last 2.
Let's see here. They're so banged up. With Seager and Smitty both out. But yeah, the thing about this team here is if they can get to Arrighetti and then get to the bullpen, things get out of hand because Evergreen this Astros bullpen stinks. I mean, it stinks, man. So you get these lefties getting to Arrighetti, then you're cooking. The problem is Arrighetti's been really good. He's been really good. But if they can, if they can get to him, the one thing that you can maybe say is like, this dude walks. This dude can walk guys. So, if this Rangers team can take some walks, run up the pitch count, get to the bullpen, then you're seeing like a Rangers onslaught getting home. Evan Carter, outfield 2, like makes sense. I wish it was cheaper, but he's been really good against righties. Jock's been leading off.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Nimmo's like an obvious like starter for stacking purposes.
Yep.
Ozuna's just an accumulator. Like he's not going to give you anything substantial with one swing. But yeah, this team could open up the floodgates. It's going to be all or nothing because Arrighetti's either going 7 innings or he's going 4.
All right, sounds good to me. Just to layer on the bullpen stuff there, they did use 2 of their better arms yesterday with an asterisk. So Abreu is available today, but yeah, it's tough sledding out here for this bullpen. So yeah, definitely want to attack these guys if Arrighetti can't go deep. Man, pour one out for Nate Pearson. That core of like Nate Pearson, Aaron Sanchez, Alek Manoah, like that threesome was supposed to be like the Blue Jays front end arms forever kind of thing. And none of them really panned out. They all had little blimps on the radar, but none of them panned out really.
I don't think I know those guys. Do I?
Yeah. Manoah, you know.
Oh, Manoah. Sorry. Yeah. I missed you say Manoah. Yeah. R.I.P. Manoah.
But Pearson and Aaron Sanchez.
Oh yeah. Duh. Sorry. My mind was elsewhere. Yeah. Those guys really should have been. But
yeah, like the kind of similar vibes to like the Mariners of like Danny Holtzen and Paxton and Taijuan Walker. Like it was like these guys were supposed to be like dogs and like front end horses for years to come, and like it just didn't come to fruition. Those guys stuck around a little bit better than the Blue Jays guys did, but yeah. Guys naming dudes. Actually, fun story. Once upon a time, caught a pen for Aaron Sanchez.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
They ran a camp out here at the Olympic facility. Maybe like they did a 2013 or 14, something like that. And it was like Russell Martin, Robbie Alomar, Aaron Sanchez, a couple other guys. And I was just like the local baseball kid who helped like run it with them, me and my other buddy that were part of like alumni for the program kind of thing. And then they were doing some side work and throwing, and I was like, "Oh, I'll catch your pen, like whatever." And it was like, it was like a lazy 25 pitch pen that was like fastballs only. But yeah, and then my real claim to fame is the guys love to tell this story that I turned 2 in a sim game with Robbie Alomar, but I made Robbie Alomar move over to short. I played second base.
Scoot over,
Hall of Famer. Scoot over. Yeah. Anyways, fun story to be honest. It was a really fun day. It was a fun weekend to be honest. All right, dude. Like that's the top end of our stacks here. The last 2 on the slate will be the Astros going up against Eovaldi and the Cubs going up against Skeens. These are the double bubble stacks. Are you going to be stacking them just because you kind of have to, or will you be just looking for like one-offs or skinnies?
No, I definitely would consider stacking. Okay. I think I would feel probably better about stacking Cubs just because of like the leverage being stronger, and like if similar to the Rangers thesis. If you get to the Pirates bullpen, like it's bombs away, man. So if they can get to Skeens, get to that bullpen, floodgates could be open. So I think you have a much better right tail outcome for Cubs than you do Rangers, but I like the Rangers mean outcomes more. But
and then Houston last.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I respect it, man. Probably only 5 bats I would play on Houston anyways. Christian Walker's been low-key underrepresented this year, like for how good he's actually been. Cubs have kind of like come back down to earth. Ian Happ was scuffling. Michael Busch was like really bad at the start of the year. Then he was hot for a bit, and now he's kind of back. So Michael Busch as like a one-off pick to click makes a lot of sense to me with the wind blowing out to right there and an ADP of 23. That would kind of be my spot. PCA's moved back up in the lineup. At least he's leading off. He keeps just screaming F-bombs at the top of his lungs every time he strikes out, though, and he's such a tough watch. Yeah, anybody else that stands out to you here? Bregman, just from a talent perspective, is buried, but yeah.
No, I'm really particularly invested in the lefties for Chicago. Yeah.
All right, Bush it is. And then my Astros one would be Christian Walker, but he is priced up a little bit relative to how good the spot is. So I guess the scroll bats for them would be Isak and Cam Smith.
Yeah, I suppose. And don't love that.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing you can say is at least Cam Smith runs a little bit, and his actual numbers are a little bit worse than his underlying ones. So maybe there's some positive regression in his future, and he's a former top prospect, and he's been okay for the last week.
Yeah, you can say those things.
Thank you.
I don't love it though.
Well, yeah. Let's draft a couple teams here, see what it looks like, and then let's hop into the football streets for the people. What up to all the people in the chat rolling through, the cheese rolling through? Is this Papa? Oh, dude, we got a full zoom in here. Full Underdog decked out kit there. Love to see it.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Love to see it. The cap's way too low. The proposed cap is way too low, according to Evan. Okay. GM Detroit, respooked rolling through. Love to see it. Ryan saying that his girl will wear the Taiwan Walker Phil's jersey with pride. I love that. Having a Taiwan Walker jersey, that's a ball knowers jersey. I respect it.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's amazing. Especially when it's the Phillies, when he just was never good for them ever.
Yeah. We got friends and family, man. T-Box, Awin, and Clubs in here. Cleebs. I always say Clubs. Cleebs.
What's up, Cleebs?
Yeah, Cleebs can't talk in the chat right now because we're on the big screen and he's drafting on his phone.
Yep.
We know. Don't worry. You don't have to say what up. We know.
Yeah, we know you're here. We know you're
here. All right, dude. We're going to have a very interesting decision because we're going to see what the hardos in the streets are doing here, if they're just going pitcher to start and then freezing us out or not.
I have a feeling we're going to be able to take Arrighetti, but we will see. We will see what Awin does. Yep. So, okay. Yeah.
So Awin goes with Yordong. Do you like the Baltimore righties? That's going to be pretty chalky. Do we like to set up the Brandon Lau pick to click? He's the cover boy. Let's go with it.
Yeah, I'd say Lau and Spencer.
Lau and Spencer or Lau and... Oh, okay, Spencer. Okay, I was thinking Spencer Horowitz. You were saying Spencer Arrighetti.
Correct. Arrighetti.
Got it. Okay.
Let me specify.
Yeah, please pick your Spencer's gifts accordingly here.
Yeah.
I did not go with your dog.
Yes, you did.
You did.
In fact, you did.
T-Box likes O'Neal Cruz, so he's not going to let us have fun with the Pirates there. What do you think about just going a little bit crazy here, Nez? Knowing that these guys are going stack happy, we play the low-scoring slate angle, and we go with a 2-man stack and then just 3 one-offs of picks to click.
All right, let's try it. Let's try it and see what it looks like.
Let's call our dongs.
Call our dongs. All right.
We shall. Toronto's here if we want it. Why don't we do Connor Griffin? Hope he goes back up in the order or something like that with Lau, and then we'll go 3 one-offs.
Yeah, he's definitely like the guy to play here. Okay.
All right. Homered yesterday, and then why don't you kick us off with a pick to click?
Let's play Varsho.
Okay, good with it. Good with Varsho. Good with Jesus Sanchez. Good with Springer, even though it's into the wind. Good with Jock there. So I like it.
We can't do Rangers unless you want to get cheeky.
No. I was just throwing out names. Yeah, not against Argetty.
Yeah.
Although it is an instant path to uniqueness on a short game slate. Like we talked about the 2-game puck slate there that won because nobody else was doing it. The guy scrolls to Keandre Miller and he goes, double bubble with Landeskog, but against Carter Hart. And you just go, Carter Hart was still the high scoring goalie and Landeskog was the one off you needed and nobody else played it. So
yeah, and we are saying low scoring slate too. So
right.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to a one off. Yeah. The Rangers are at cost like probably the best plays, just because they're all really cheap. Unless Nimmo, Nimmo went to Mayo. Damn.
Yeah, Mayo was going to be mine. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring for Bush here.
Okay.
I think Bush can run into a fastball against Skeens there and or cement mixer. He's been hot recently and he gets the wind in the wall. We need an outfielder for our last one here. Don't feel confined to a one-off if you like a stack.
I would say Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez. All right, so we end up with a 2-2-1, and we go with the two lefties in the middle of the Toronto lineup there who are hitting the ball decently hard. We go with Michael Bush as a one-off. We go with Brandon Lau and Connor Griffin, and then Spencer Araghetti. Let's rip one last one of those and see what they look like. Hopefully roll a different draft slot here so we can get a premium arm, potentially.
That'd be fun.
Guys, I have not been clamoring enough for likes and retweets and shares and all that good stuff. But if you feel so inclined to keep the lights on at the old establishment for the fellas here, please hit the like, subscribe, notification. We're here every day, 2 p.m. Eastern, despite nobody else respecting the time slot anymore. We will be here.
Please like the video.
Yeah.
We need to ask you guys more. That's on us. That's not on you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's not on you guys. The call to action works. We just need to tell you more. Like the video, the stream, the live stream.
The other one is it's crazy what a difference just making the stupid poll has.
Yeah.
So like some days I just forget, and I forgot today and yesterday. But when I make that stupid little poll that everybody sees, we get like 25 more likes. And it's like, a normal day, we just have the good old boys giving us likes here, and you get like 20, 30, 40 likes. And then you make a poll, and it's like, oh my God, here we go. Bam, 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 thumbs up. Do you love Nez's dog? Yes. Boom. Theo, here you go. Like, it takes off to the moon. Evaldi for you?
Yeah, it's it's chalk, but yeah.
No, I think it's the right play, and it sets up for, some nice different structural build than we've been going with. Interested to see what Jay Baconator does here, if he pushes this or not, or if he feels similarly about the pitching, kind of like blip. I did note that Awin in the chat said that Skeens and Evaldi were really close in his own projections there, but he does lean ever so slightly Evaldi in raw fantasy points, but he'll take Skeens over him. And then he said Argetty's gap is massive. So that's interesting. Nezzy, we got Nathan Evaldi. Now what are we going to do?
You can do an Orioles thing, but we don't have Alonso.
Okay. That's all right. We don't need Alonso. Let's do a scrolly Orioles thing after Ward here. Let's do I like Mayo today.
Yeah, we got sniped on Mayo last time.
We like Leote too.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also take Blaze Alexander.
I like Mayo and Tavares.
All right, Mayo and Tavares as a 3-man. And then what say you to 2 one-off picks to click?
I mean, maybe now we can get to some Rangers.
Sure, yeah, like a little Jock stays hot kind of thing.
Potentially.
Don't clip it, but I will say I'm enamored with Bush.
Not you. We already played Bush. We're not drafting Bush against Skeens 2 times in one stream.
Never have enough Bush. All right, cool. So you want to do Jock, and then we can do one infield one off?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Jacques Peterson, never playing the outfield ever again.
He shouldn't.
Austin is segmenting us into the football segment already. He's slow drafts vibing. Second tight end, Kelsey or Andrews in a vacuum. Goddard, Kincaid, Ferg over them. So that little pocket of like the tight end 9 through tight end 13.
I would say Kelsey.
Yeah. Jay Baconator scrolling for a Bassett share there. He goes with
one off Varsho.
One off Varsho versus his own pitcher. We see the Michael Bush scroll there from Jason. We need an infielder here that is a pick to click and one off Ernie Clement.
Oh my God.
Feels disgusting. One off Henry Davis or Blaze Alexander.
Just play Blaze if this is where we're scrolling to.
Well, there's not much, dude. Outfield scrolls more palatable than infield. Griffin and Bush and Okamoto are kind of like the ones. Don't really want to play another Ranger, but we could have. Like Ernie was, yeah. Bregman? Bregman's
I don't know,
mispriced relative to his talent, but he's aging into exactly what every good scout said he would age into and why you shouldn't pay him long term.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, dude. There concludes the baseball segment. A 4-man Baltimore stack with a one-off Jock Peterson and a Nathan Avalti. Ryan was asked what we're going to draft today to get in here. Nez, I would like to draft a PITBULL like yesterday, and you know why?
Why?
Because the lobby doesn't tend to be full like BBM could be, and it allows more of our friends to get in here with us. 3 more spots. Okay, so it's a little bit fuller today, but yesterday we had 7 spots.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it gives people a little time, whereas like BBM is like bang, 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 and then it's like overflow lobby and whatever. But PITBULL, some people, they're not usually just like waiting in the PITBULL lobby,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like we got 3 to join us there, which is nice.
Perfect. There we go. And hopefully some of our friends are in there. Ryan gets in here, so he's leading it off for us. Our guy, the Glebes, is in here. We got Troy in here with us as well, so love to see it.
Nice. Yeah, a little run good for Ryan for all his for everything he does donation wise. Love to see it.
Yeah, there you go. It's coming to fruition. I mean, as if that guy needs to run any better. Like free trip to LA. Come on, bro.
Kind of want to talk about the CBA stuff with baseball.
Okay, cool. Let's did we answer the question? You said Kelsey first?
Oh, for Austin? Yeah, I think Kelsey. Goddard, Andrews, Ferg, Kincaid.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that ranking, but it's all very close and it's all just like stacking preference to me. Okay, cool. Hit it with the CBA talk.
Well, I think that the players are fucked. And like they are not set up well at all to bargain effectively because they are taking an extremely unpopular side and angle of the biggest debate of this current CBA that is being bargained, which is they want to keep teams they want teams to be able to spend money. They don't want the salary cap. The salary cap they do want is going to be a huge gap from what is going to be proposed from the owners.
Right.
That is not a popular viewpoint, and you will get no sympathy from anybody other than the fans of those big markets supporting that. So you're going to have a ton of the court of public opinion is not on your side at all. And when it comes to, an arbitrator looking at these proposals and siding, if it comes down to that, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a good point for the players' side of this thing.
Okay.
So if they don't cave to that, we could be dealing with a long bargaining, season here. But
okay. Yeah. Let's dial it back for my juvenile and dumbass mind. So effectively what you're saying there is that the players want to have a competitive league but they want the cap to be higher than the owners will want the cap to be, because small market teams do not want to spend up to a cap threshold that would accommodate the salaries in which the players think they deserve and need.
Yes. The one thing that they are arguing for, which is good, no matter what, we're getting a salary floor by a certain year.
Okay.
That is coming, which is great. That is fantastic. But the cap is what they are really going to disagree on, as far as what teams are able to spend.
Right. And all the big global brands, teams that are worth, $2-3 billion or whatever, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Mets, etc., who are spending all this money and don't want the cap and have these amazing independent TV deals, don't want a full-fledged revenue share back to support the orphan organizations or whatever at the bottom here either. So they want to share, they want to spend the money and keep the money of the piece of their pie, opposed to raise floor across the board, subsidize it with a luxury tax back to everybody, because then they're effectively making less money for the money they spend too.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the thing that I think will not matter to people is that the owner's reason for arguing for what they're arguing for is always comes back to money.
Sure.
Everybody wants more money.
Sure.
But people are going to be able to sympathize more with the owners because we want, people like me, we want a changed financial landscape in baseball. The chasm is way too wide and has been for years. And that has to change. That just straight up has to change, or we're playing glorified EPL.
That's a good point.
There's a guy that made a really good infographic on that really kind of highlighted the free agent disparity that exists.
What do you think about AJ Brown before he moves?
Yeah. I'm a believer that AJ Brown will move up when he gets traded, and he will get traded.
Okay. Jared Jones coming up Friday.
Nice. I wonder if who they're gonna put in the pen. If it'll be Bubba or Majinski. I hope it's Majinski.
Yeah, me too. But I don't think you want your long-term development of Bubba to get stinted at this moment just because he's had a couple bad outings.
Yeah, I'm such a sympathizer. Who do you like? You want McBride?
My eyes go to McBride. I'm a little down on Neighbors right now. I would take Breece Hall or Etienne or Kyron.
I'm cool with McBride.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, let's just get a little rainbow start here. What was I saying?
We were talking about who's going to get into the bullpen with Bubba.
I'm a Bubba sympathizer, but man, I really do think that he's close. I had that awesome start against Toronto. He had 6 different guys in 0-2 counts yesterday. And like and shit just like fell apart for him, unfortunately. But he's been close to just like putting together some sick outings. Like I think in terms of like guys that can rack up like double-digit strikeouts whenever things are going well for them, like I think he's like the guy in Pittsburgh. I think you just got to see it through. Personally, I wouldn't.
Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have long term? Him, Ashcraft, Jones, like that threesome. Is he at the bottom of that threesome, or is he ahead of Ashcraft?
No, he's not ahead of Ashcraft, but he might be ahead of Jared Jones.
Okay,
we got to see how Jared Jones recovers.
He was pumping gas in the minors.
Love that.
Like high octane 93 premium only buzz cuts at the top of the zone, fella.
I mean, Jared Jones was unbelievable when he entered the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bubba's got control issues, but he's like he's not like a finesse pitch to contact pitcher. You know, I really hope that they kind of coach him differently. You know, the one thing that, that people criticized about the Pirates in the past was that they did a one size fits all type of approach with their pitchers.
Yeah. Fastball slider.
Yeah. And they got much different type of pitchers going on here at every, all these guys are different. Mm-hmm. And I think they just need Bubba to just like be a stuff merchant and, and blow it past guys, get guys and missing instead of, but I think guys are also, waiting on him and making him be wild.
I would take one of these 3 wide receivers when we start with Bijan and then see what comes back. Who do you like?
Let's do Waddle.
Cool. Good with it. I think people forget how fucking good Waddle was. And I'm not worried about the overlapping bye with A.J. Brown because we don't think he's going to have that bye.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the Patriots bye anyhow? 11. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, now we get overlap with Bijan. Damn it. No, I think Jalen Waddle's like such a good pick.
Bucky Irving goes there to Ryan, so he's not really scared about the quotes and the timeline there. I did see Sean Tucker go in the 15th or 16th round in this morning's BBM because I was setting up a Baker's stack. He takes Devonta from us, so we have our choice to do Terry, but we don't usually get Jaden back. We could also take one of the running backs at the top here. Who do you like?
I think I like Terry.
Okay. So does the solver, so I'm good with it. I kind of like trying this anchor running back start stuff when we're on stream because everybody's talked to us that you need to draft like Troy's drafting right now to compete this year. So let's see if we can hang with this kind of what we would consider an anchor RB start from 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I'm going to a spoiler alert this Friday night. I'm bringing on a guest for No Strip.
Right on.
Sacrilegious is going to join me. He had a good conversation with PPR Tyler about the sidekick and stuff. I am excited to talk with him more about the sidekick and whatnot and how he approaches it, ask him questions about it, draft a team with him. Should be fun. Cool. But yeah, I think like it makes a lot of sense why the current inputs and simulations like these starts because like they are safe points and the projection of these backup running backs if they get the start. I don't like we don't know like what these sims are saying for those scenarios.
Okay.
And as far as like the frequency of which they happen, I think doesn't necessarily like. I think it's baked into ADP that like, hey, these guys don't get hurt a lot. These backup running backs don't come into situations and become RB1s often. I think that's already baked into ADP, maybe even too much. I trust my ability and other people's ability, like if you are a good drafter or anything, to identify the running back 2s that could hold that strong value if a freak incident happens to their RB1 and they are now the RB1 on their own team. The sims and everything really like standalone value. They like good projection that you see at week 1 where, I like to kind of think outside the box a little bit more and still draft a good team, like I'm still going to draft a good team. But I totally understand why these heavy RB starts are preferred. They make a lot of sense intuitively. People are doing them the right way, which is annoying.
Yeah, it's a whole turn back the clock era to ESPN home leagues back in the day of let's get 8 points from our starters in standard scoring and figure it out from there. But I don't know, the archetype of the league's changing where it's like we got these upper echelon bell cow guys, but then we got considerably less of them. We could have a fun pick here. Nice. My favorite pick in the contest comes all the way back to us.
Yeah, let's stack up Jalen Hurts with AJ Brown.
Oh, I love it. Ryan flexing that he flipped the board here with the Javonte Williams. I was thinking about some backfield stuff this morning. He goes with Lemon and Hurts. Yeah, I'm good with DK or any of the running backs here. Who do you like?
I'd say Pollard or Ramondre, and I think I lean Pollard.
Sure, I'm good with it. Let's go with Pollard.
Tony redacted.
Come on down, dog.
I was doing a lot of Ramondre early on, but I am kind of worried that Trevion is good, and in year 2, kind of understands what's being asked of him more. That rookie rust or whatever you want to call it is gone, and maybe he just. And he's very talented. I think we all
got the fucking juice, man. He took a first play of his career. He took that kickoff return to the house, and everybody was circle jerking their bags on the internet.
Yeah.
Roster baiting around. Let's tap in on the chat here. Egger's doing the Lord's work, watching on all his devices. Appreciate you, my friend. Yosh saying that he went with that one off against his own pitcher when he binked the late slate. Similar short slate dynamics today. Went with that one. Just wanting to flex that he got a dub again there, but that was a 3-gamer as well. So good shouts there that you can get away with that. Evan, going back to the salary cap stuff, that the cap is too low, but the floor is super high. You can't have both, and you can't have both. It's high floor and high cap. And the current proposal is 50-50 revenue share between the team and luxury tax to pass back around. So that's not going to fly with the Dodgers, who have the best TV deal in the history of whatever because of the divorce, and they get all the Japanese viewership because of the hour in the clock. Plus they're, the most popular, second most popular team in the world to watch.
Yeah, it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy for sure.
Oh, shit. R.I.P. Claude Lemieux. That was a nail gun. Absolute nail gun. Psychopath.
That's a beautiful eulogy.
He was nuts, dude. Purple Yosh saying, I wonder if we see a slight AJB fall given the report that the Pats and Eagles haven't agreed on a trade price. Yeah. I mean, I floated that on off and on the clock the other day that everybody says it's written in stone. What if he just doesn't stay there and Diggs comes back and Diggs is playing with May again?
I think they're just kind of doing everybody a PR favor with that one.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, the calm before the storm, we're 3 days away from when the move can actually take place on Monday. So 4 days away. So, hey, let's throw this one out there, make it look like we haven't had this handshake agreement behind closed doors for 2 months. And then, okay, here we go. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That would be my thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Purple Yosh still thinks it happens there. Ryan dropping off the One Badge Bros membership. He's doing things in reverse. He must be entering another draft. He's thanking us for the 101, and now he's entering another draft. So he's dropping off the Badge Bros mem.
I love it. Ryan's the GOAT, bro. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Great time with him at the Dog Bowl. Nez, one thing I want to just tell everyone is it's offsite this week for Underdog. So everybody is meeting, the draft teams, the new hires, the prediction side. They're all meeting up in a secure bunker and location. to discuss the future of these games. So it's primarily just Hope in charge this weekend. She's not going to the offsite. She's at home. So be patient. But if you do need to tag someone, Hope's kind of like your go-to over the weekend. Numi's still working and whatever, but they're primarily focused on their offsite duties. Jacoby Myers is staring us in the face here. I kind of like Myers, dude, but I'll hear you. Yeah?
Yep.
What do you want to do with this next one? Like, we take Myers here. We're kind of getting a little bit of bye week overlap going on, but it's not terrible. We have that Jaden Daniels skinny stack. This is kind of that sweet spot quarterback pocket. But Bo Nix has been falling a little bit, but we could do Bo Nix plus Waddle and shut it down. I don't love Monungai. I guess I could get on board with J.K. Dobbins with the Waddle bet already if we wanted to go that route. But then it's also the start of the tight end window. I guess we don't need that when we have Trey McBride. So what are you into here?
I'm Bo Nix and shutting it down.
Okay. Yeah.
It just gives us a ton of flexibility in this draft. I mean, I say that as like we are shutting down a position, but like loading up at the flex spots here, playing some of those, low probability, high ceiling bets at running back. Considering we already have Trey McBride, like maybe we do a third tight end because like, hey, we like the potential for that third tight end to hit our flex spot. But I really like to counter the 3 QB meta with like 2 good QBs, like playing this, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, like I'm good. I'm all set, man. If these guys don't hit, my team's dead anyways. So I really like countering the 3 QB meta by playing this angle.
Yeah, I think we did this in a BBM team the other day there, and I did it in this morning's BBM draft that I posted on the X machine. You guys can tell me if it sucks for $2. But I did a Baker plus Drake May, and I did the Drake May plus AJ Brown and pulled up AJ Brown in the second round. I was just showing off and being a dick and having fun. But yeah.
Never you. No way. You did you?
No, it couldn't be me.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, but I tend to agree with you. I am 3 quarterback pilled, but if you're going to do it in this window of time, you do it with an elite one that we think is underpriced who could rise as the summer goes on so that your 2 QB build looks a little bit better on paper right now by securing some of those, flex ones in the middle there in the 4th and 5th round where we think, maybe as the summer goes on and the recreational players are more in these lobbies, that the Lamar gets pushed up, the Jaden Daniels stack goes up around. All of a sudden, if you want to secure that Terry one because nobody's letting JD fall anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, the one I'm always going to be team, 3 tight end, except, with the McBride team, I'd probably prefer 2, but like,
sure.
I do need to give myself a pat on the back and flowers for like being a lot of people did not like 3 tight end for a while. A lot of the narrative was like, oh, this position that scores the least, like, you really don't want to like waste like a third roster spot on that if you don't have to. But I was team 3 tight end from the get-go. Been saying they can hit your flex, I'd rather have more shots at like that separation score from a 1. Like, yeah, they score low, but like if you do get that guy that hits right, like that's a huge separator. Sure. So kind of nice to have the data on my side on that one. Always have to take a victory lap. Always got to take a victory lap when I can.
Always let it be known, dude.
I was also doing 0 RB in a much different way than everybody else whenever Underdog first launched too, where I was doing like 5 wide receivers and like that's it with my 0 RB teams. So
yeah, that was kind of like the Hayden mantra for a little bit there.
Yep.
He was
but enough about me being right.
Yeah, well, let me see your fucking rings, bro. Where are those rings at?
Oh, don't make me get it. Don't make me get it.
The mitten returns and returns again, yet again. All right, we're gonna have some decisions to make here. Fish is going. He's got 4 running backs already. Got 2 quarterbacks from the guy beside us. He still takes Gainwell. Dobbs goes there. Ja'Cory Krosky, Merritt fits our stack. Jonathan Brooks is kind of fun. Rashad White could fit our stack as well if we want to go double running back here. What do you like?
Any of these running backs, take a pick.
All right, let's take Brooks and see if we can catch lightning in a bottle here. Saw him running on the timeline today, which is just encouraging that he's out at OTAs for the first time in forever, or whatever they're calling mini camp right now. I don't think this is officially OTAs. This is
it? I thought it was
voluntary OTAs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does OTA even stand for?
I can't remember.
Official team activities?
Yes. Nailed it.
Organized.
There you go. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt comes back, doesn't have overlapping buys, and fits into our Washington stack.
Yeah, Bill or Kittle?
I think I want Bill. I think we're going to like the tight ends that we find later.
We definitely will.
Yeah. It's one thing I've really been noticing. One conversation I really wanted to have today was shelf it, but just for a second, is some of the back end running back targets that aren't getting drafted right now that we could be like looking back in like 2 months and be like, why the fuck weren't we taking this guy? So I kind of want to have that conversation, but this little pocket of tight ends, like we kind of had the conversation with the chat there, that the Kittle, Kelsey, Andrews, Goddard, Ferg, Kincaid, when I have a Trey McBride team, I don't really care who the next one is of that grouping, if that makes sense. You can tell me that like Kittle's ceiling is on a weekly basis is higher than some of those guys, but yeah, I'm kind of just fine with any of them who come back. Maybe we tack on Chig. Maybe we get a Kate Otten as a third tight end. Like I'm good with it.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. Like I think you could. Like my hottest take is I think you could even go single tight end when you do Bowers or McBride and take a 0 on the bye week and just, pick those points up elsewhere and take a shot at something. But with Kittle, it's like now we are like, maybe Kittle's low advance rate. Kittle has the ability to hit the flex because, we know he's a high ceiling tight end. And we get a really late bye with McBride as well, where Kittle's for sure back and covering that bye week, so we get that element of it. But overall, I fully agree with you, right? Like I think that's the most common thinking is like, who cares who the tight end 2 is, for sure, because like this team needs Trey McBride to be Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, John. I'm just gonna use the restroom real quick.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Westy's saying that he thought he was Gigabrain, smarter than everyone with the one Bowers tight end. I mean, if people have been around for a while and following, like way back to like the first ever like Galbrain BBM best ball podcast back in the day, like when I was doing it with like Mark and Mark Garcia there, we were talking about like, can you win with like one at the onesies in the future? Can you win with like these crazy outlier builds? Like we talked a little bit about it, I think, when I did the JJ's becoming a best ball bro one there, where I flirted like what if we just play the elite one? And I think it's probably a bridge too far, and the contest isn't like it sounds crazy to say. The contest isn't large enough to do it, which sounds crazy when it's like 6,000 or 670,000 entries or whatever, but it's not big enough to warrant it. Like it's not the same. Yeah. We will see when Nezzy gets back here. We had the Keaton Mitchell bull case discussion yesterday. That was fun. I'd be into that. Diggs comes all the way back here. I really like Diggs right now, just given the price point. We put out the short this morning from Off and On the Clock, just talking about like, who's going to play more games. I think Diggs is on like a good path to find like a decent landing spot. He gets the legal stuff behind him. Like we're talking about a dude who had 1,000 yards last year. Like, he's going to find a home, man. Like he's not cooked. Yeah. And then we will see what Ryan does here. We have very similar builds going right now, so we shall see. We could layer on Chig onto our stack with our next pick, but it might be a lot of capital spent there. I kind of want to take the ceiling shot on Keaton Mitchell here. I kind of want to believe in him being like Achan light.
Wow.
What do you like?
Go ahead.
I haven't done it, and I kind of just gal-brained myself into it yesterday, but like Is there a coordinator that you believe in more to make a speed running back matter than McDaniels?
Not off the top of my head.
I mean, like, yeah, maybe Shanahan, but like, you'd be like splitting hairs, right? And like, what did Herbert love to do with Austin Eckler? Like little dump off shit. What does McDaniels like to do as a coordinator? Jet sweeps, like early pre-snap motion, etc. Like, is he just a fancy contingent handcuff that might get 6 touches a week that we're overpaying for, like Jaden Blue last year? Maybe. But the other side of the coin is like, he's got a little bit of Justice Hill in him, and he's got a little bit of Devin Achane in him, and he's good. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's expensive, right? We're drafting him for sure higher than he should go, but the ceiling case for him, I think, is like apparent, and it's everything that you just said. And with a team like this, where we have Bijan, we can afford to take that shot because we're going to be scoring so many points with Bijan that we can kind of like, maybe it's up and down, and even if it's a miss, it's not the death of our team.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to, let me think about this. How can I formulate this? I guess my question is, would you be shocked if the Chargers were the highest scoring offense in football this year? Like, would you be shocked if they were Lions West?
No, I wouldn't.
It's kind of how I feel, man. It's kind of how I feel. And I don't know, maybe I'm just way too bullish on the coaching setup, and maybe I'm way too bullish on the Chargers because I've fallen victim for this before. But I just think Herbert's so fucking good, man.
Yeah, no more excuses now for the Chargers.
Yeah.
But man, freak shit happens to them all the time. But like, no one's like,
it's so true.
That. But like,
Chargers gonna charge it for a reason.
Right, but the one thing that people keep saying, and I have no idea how legitimate it is that like the knock on the Chargers is that they will not play fast. They don't. They nobody is projecting them to have a lot of snaps, and that's why you're seeing ETR have a really bearish rank on Amari and Hampton,
right?
For example, because they are not projecting them to have a large number of plays, but double count the efficiency stuff. Oh, they're on the field more than projections, had, because projections were giving us a mean outcome. Then things get more exciting for the Chargers, and yeah. But anyways,
I like it. Probably a decent pocket for our second tight end with Hawkinson, Barner, Schultz. Anybody else?
Let's do Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, Algier, I think his price could change as the year goes on, but like, I'm not really interested in the backup running back on a team that is an underdog in every single game they're going to play this year. And we're not in love with Love in a vacuum. And that doesn't mean I have to be bullish on Algier. It's just that, like, what if he's a generational talent, but their offense still sucks? And then Algier got the money behind him for God knows what reason, and he might be a good football player, but like, who cares if they're not even reaching the end zone? Like, it feels like Braylon Allen 2.0, where it's like the Jets suck. And, like of last year's Jets or the year before that's Jet. And it's like, well, yeah, but Braylon Allen might be really good. And it's like, well, the offense fucking could suck. Like,
Yeah, like I'd rather have Tank Bigsby.
Right. Yeah. You want to take Tank here then?
Yeah, Tank or Ayuk and try to, get that stack to be.
We already got Bill and Terry.
Okay.
So let's go with Tank here. And then I think we're probably done at running back. I mean, I know we're done at running back. I think this is going to be like a 2-6-7-3 or a 2-6-8-2, like traditional style build.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
But I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, let's give a rundown here one time because we do
Okay.
have audio listeners when we do football.
This is true. A 2, 6, 5, 2 through however many rounds that might be. That is through 15 rounds. Your boy can't do math that fast, but I will note that I am the only purple badge in this lobby. Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Bijan Robinson, Tony Redacted, Jonathan Brooks, Ja'Cory Krusky Merritt, affectionately known as Bill, Keaton Go Burr Mitchell, Tank Bigsby, AJ Brown, cool, but because it's before the trade, Jalen Waddle going to live and cook in the middle of that field and be the joker that he always wanted instead of Evan Ingram. We got F1 Terry there for the stack. We got Jacoby Myers, and then we got Stephon Diggs, who inevitably we're going to get some CLV on. We got him 10 picks past ADP, and we're going to get some CLV on him in the future if he finds a good home. Trey McDust, a.k.a. Trey McGronk in the 3rd round, the man with 2 moms, and then TJ Hawkinson rounding out our white tight end room. 3 picks left.
Really good start. Really good start. Let's land this plane, shall we?
We shall try our best. Good chirps. Wheels on the hockey bag is a good chirp. Good chirp.
Wheels on the hockey bag.
They became hot for a minute because back in the day they sold them at Costco and everyone got these like bags when they were kids, and the parents didn't think it was lame and everybody else got called out for it. If your parents bought you the bag with the wheels on it, soft as butter, bro. Baby shit style.
I speaking of doing things that are soft, used an umbrella yesterday, or maybe it was the day before.
For the sun.
No, God, no. Jesus.
It would have been too good. It would have been too good if it was for the sun.
No, Jesus. It's already bad enough to use it for the rain. But like, there's nothing better like walking somewhere into a store with an umbrella, walking out of a store with an umbrella, and like you're seeing people without one and they're just like miserable. And you're just like, yeah, if you could swallow your pride, like you could be me. And you could be walking with an umbrella shielded from the rain.
Oh,
but no, you gotta make sure that people know that you're not gay and not carry one. There's nothing straighter than being confident in yourself and carrying an umbrella.
It's true. It's true. Oh, that's funny. Vancouver doesn't get that vibe because it rains a decent amount here. So you don't get that. But let's make this pick here. We got Branch that could go alongside Bijan. We got Mooney, Njoku.
Mooney. And then let's look at the rest of the wide receivers.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill. We could do the Troy Franklin and or Pat Bryant stack.
Is Pat Bryant still there?
He usually is, isn't he? No, he's gone. You're right.
That would have been good because Ryan just took him. Can really go anyone here. I like Adonai Mitchell.
Oh shit! I don't have time to type that.
He was visible. Branch is fine.
Okay. I missed that. I was reading names and I didn't even see Adonai. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm always looking for AD Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Umbrella. Do we have an NBA pick'em yet? We'll take a look in a second here.
Do you remember what round Zachariah Branch was drafted in?
No, gun to my head, I would say 5th.
3rd.
Wow, that's crazy.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Didn't he have off-field stuff after the draft though?
Yeah, but it was bogus. He got profiled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cop told him to like move out of the way, and he didn't move enough, and then got arrested. But it was total BS.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Some of those, I know they're just rage bait and they're like clickbaity and whatever, but some of those body cam videos that you see that primarily reside in like Bible Belt US, like it's fucked, man.
Oh yeah.
Like just like the dumbest dudes in the world who are just power hungry and went full to their head when they became cops. Awful. They just went the way they go full high school bully on guys.
Yeah, those are full rage bait.
Yeah. Um,
One more pick left on this team. It does feel like a wide receiver, but
it does, man. I know we wanted to fuck around, find out with 2 tight end, but like Hawkinson and McBride, when you spend the capital, it kind of feels enough. Like maybe if I didn't make the Keaton Mitchell pick, we could have like done 3 tight end, 5 running back, and stopped.
That Keaton Mitchell range was definitely like no man's land, where like you're kind of paralyzed by ADP and nobody really separates. Like when you look past the Keaton Mitchell, like that's a lot of just like, man, I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe Stribling, maybe Antonio Williams, but like, you probably thought we could have got him back.
Yeah. Antonio Williams was in the 18th round like a week ago, and nothing's changed. And only bad things can happen for him other than a couple camp highlight videos.
I agree.
Like he's like prematurely, unjustly steamed just because of depth chart watching, right?
Yeah, like 100%. He's going to fall.
Okay, we'll make this last pick here. I do tend to agree with you that it should be wide receiver. They're saying Keyshawn Boutte. I don't know, man. We got AJ Mitchell. We got AJ Brown on this team already. And like, I don't know, maybe they could swap and that's good for both of them. Or I don't know. I kind of tend to fade that. This guy doesn't have a tight end yet beside us. That's a bold strategy there, Cotton.
Would you rather do one of these wide receivers or Marshawn Lloyd?
One of the wide receivers. I was gonna have the Lloyd conversation though. But yes, one of these wide receivers. Kirk stands out to me.
Tyquan Thornton.
All right, couple spike week potentials in there. Maybe they stay in house when it comes to a wide receiver depth chart with Rashee Rice potentially suspended. All right. Keenan Allen in there too. We could add that conversation. Let's end before we recap the team here with the running back conversation that I was talking about there. And it did stem from this morning when I was talking about thinking about the Marshawn Lloyd, the Chris Brooks, like that conversation of the contingent upside of like a very thin depth chart. Looking at Najee Marshall without a home right now. Najee Marshall. Jesus Christ, man. Najee Harris without a home right now. We play too many fucking sports, man. Najee Harris down here. Also some coach speak today about like the camp battle for Dallas's backfield. Nobody's taking a second Dallas running back, and Jaden Blue was high draft capital last year. Malik Davis as well. Jaden Blue also has that Texas to Texas reason they drafted him. Caleb Johnson was going in like the 3rd round last year, 5th round or whatever. He was a scheme fit for outside zone or something. Now it's a new coaching staff. Do they say, hey man, why weren't they playing this Caleb Johnson guy? Or does he stink? I don't know, man. Like, a lot of this stuff is going to become apparent when camp starts to, unfold and injuries happen and that sort of thing. Like Trey Benson and James Conner could both be trade pieces and no one's really drafting either of them. I don't know. Of the scroll the F down running backs, is there anything that intrigues you right now? Is there anyone you're interested in? Because the player pool is not deep enough right now. We are not drafting far enough for the ambiguity that happens in a football season.
No, we're not. But I think Marshawn Lloyd going undrafted is kind of nuts. Like, surely they will add somebody if they need to. But yeah, I think Marshawn Lloyd going undrafted is pretty crazy. Okay. Jordan James, beat reporter saying that he is the running back too in San Francisco. Seems bullish. That kind of rounds it out. Everybody else here is like maybe Justice Hill. He's the RB2 locked and loaded.
Yeah. Contingent upside plus always has a role. Plus they paid him a couple years back.
Yeah. Vidal is probably the biggest beneficiary if Hampton goes down. I know we have Keaton Mitchell, but Keaton Mitchell is not a workhorse where we saw Vidal be one.
That's true.
That kind of rounds it out. All the other running backs that I like as RB2s on the depth chart already go.
Okay. What about Najee?
Najee's in the conversation for sure.
Okay. Do you like the Trey Benson and or Connor idea?
Not really.
Okay.
It's risky because if they don't get moved, they're dead as hell. And if they do get moved, they barely move up.
Right. Okay. LaQuint Allen as hey, we moved a guy out of that backfield the last 2 years. They got rid of Tank Bigsby. They got rid of, obviously they brought in Chris Rodriguez, but they got rid of Travis Etienne. They like LaQuint Allen from the pass catching stuff last year.
I don't like it.
Okay. Trevor Etienne just being mispriced. Jonathan Brooks.
Don't like it.
Okay. Eckler and or Mixon and or Hunt finding a home.
No, to all three.
Okay. Isaiah Davis being better than Braylon Allen.
Probably fine.
Yeah, I think that one's probably fine. All right, interesting. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to have the conversation out loud because we're so guilty of this and we're so good at it in other sports to be like, who's going to benefit tonight in the basketball game? Let's think about the matchups. Let's get ahead of it. Okay, let's get ahead of Kendrick Williams. This seems like an obvious 1-for-1. They're not playing Aaron Wiggins. If J-Dub sits, and we talk through all these things and then we win slates because of it. And nobody talks through it like this in BBM, and everyone just trusts ADP, trusts the market, trusts whatever. And I think we have a unique angle to be like the guys of let's go fucking scrolling and find the plays that disrupt everything, And there's going to be some. And yet right now at this point in the calendar, we're way too linear in our mindset. But if you're all of a sudden hey, Malik Davis is RB 14 in week 16 rankings. Would it surprise you? Fuck no. Because it means Dallas is going and Javonte got hurt and Jaden Blue still sucks. That wouldn't surprise anyone if we're playing a Thursday night slate and yeah.
Yeah, it's something, it's part of why the Sims right now are so RB heavies because they don't have, a good grasp on the depth chart to begin with. So
right.
That's why it feels so much better to not take a zero at the running back position. Whereas, it's a lot easier for these fringe wide receivers to score a touchdown and hit your lineup.
Right. All right. Austin hasn't seen Keenan picked yet in 80 drafts. Okay.
You're not in my rooms.
Yeah. Ryan says, see you in the finals. Bateman at 206 with Lamar. Seems okay. Seems
I think
fine.
It's good.
Yeah, we've seen that. Austin can't get over the Pedroia MVP stat line. Me neither, dude. James Conner gonna be a Packer. Gannon their DC now. That's true. Gannon loved him, and that's the reason they gave him the contract. And he's talked so highly. Like
a perfect replacement for Jacobs.
Yeah.
Who knows how good he is now, but very similar player.
Yeah, that one's good. Flyfish is on board with that one. Hates the analogies. No, man, I'm comp guy. Don't worry about it. Eggers, what else are we drafting? Nothing else today. We got to go pick up Mr. Goodboy from the groomer there. We did the football. We did the baseball. We talked about the basketball at the start there. And we talked a little puck as well there. Ale Monreal is seemingly dead. All right, Nez, I'm going to bring up the draft report. We are going to have the official sucks and the fucks debate here, and we are going to call it a show.
This team, I already know, but let's do the report and then I'll get to it. But I know what this team does.
All right, Pitbull draft. I think maybe number 2 or 3. No, we did at least 2 on stream. Maybe 3 or 4 here. Pretty big onslaughty stack of the Washington stuff, and then we got a skinny stack of Denver to go alongside it there. I was talking about this both yesterday and the previous show that it's really hard to fill out the wide receiver capital bucket just the way the solver is built and traditionally allots capital to wide receiver. So I'm not overly concerned about falling below that 40% threshold. A traditional 2682 build, shout out 2022 with that roster construction there. A 2-2-4-1 to start, though. So something we probably never would have done in years past in our first 9 picks. We got Jaden Daniels here at a nice discount to go alongside a stack. We got Bo Nix. We got Bijan Robinson. We got Tony Redacted, a.k.a. Tony Pollard, Jonathan Brooks. We got Bill Krosky Merritt there. We got Keaton Mitchell, Tank Bigsby. We're getting ahead of that A.J. Brown trade and taking him 2 picks ahead of some of the running backs in that area. Jalen Waddle, F1 Terry, Jacoby Myers, Stephon Diggs, Darnell Mooney, Zachariah Branch, and Tyquan Thornton. Shout out to Pat Kerrane. And then we got the 2 moms of Trey McBride and TJ Hawkinson there. Nez, does it suck or does it fuck?
This team kind of sucks.
Okay.
But a lot of potential. You know? Like you get a couple glances, you know, this team, you know, seem kind of like has a good personality. This team's cute, but it's just like, you know, but
kind of boring.
You know,
boring.
Yeah, but you know, let this team thrive a little bit. Let's get, you know, let's get a good Stephon Diggs landing spot. Let's get Jonathan Brooks, you know, trending up. Let's get Bill running it back. Then this team is the bed's rocking with this team.
Before I give my analogy, I think tomorrow, no strip Nez, you got to watch the sucks and fucks that ended the program without you yesterday for a live reaction video.
Okay.
Because that one might have been better than the wings and the date one. That one might have been the best ever.
Well,
I think it was last. Yeah, it was yesterday's show.
Okay.
Okay. You said, you know, kind of boring, not that into it, like whatever. This feels like a maintenance fuck. Okay. This feels like she's ovulating. We have to do it. We're trying to conceive, you know, so something great could come out of this, like a child, but we don't really want to do it tonight. We're forced into, you know, neither of us are in the mood. We're forced into partaking.
Not what I would have went with.
The sex itself sucks, but something good could happen. That's all right, dude. That was our 2682. That was, I'm going to give ourselves, it has a little bit of ceiling here, but I'm going to give us a 5.2 out of 10. How about you?
Yeah, I think that 5.2 is accurate. It's just, yeah, 5.2. It's just not really making it move.
Yeah, fully agree with you. It was nice to get the Jaden Daniels fall to get the stack, but I thought we would feel more after that happened, you know?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Purple Yosh. This is the content everybody needs here. I'm going to take a look just before we log off here because Noah's asking for all the winners. I don't want to play home run pick'ems tonight on what we deem to be a very low scoring slate and also what we deem to be, we deem it to be a low scoring slate and we deem it to be probably not the best home run hitting environment ever. So playing home run pick'ems on a 3-gamer just doesn't feel great and the price tags won't align with our decision making. But I am going to take a little peek at potentially some WNBA things here, Nezzy takes, because we have the unabated stuff up for WNBA, and then I will also look at NBA. Let's look at WNBA right quick. Where's the W? Oh, I missed it.
Other sports.
There it is. I'm seeing Caitlin Clark lowers. Ooh.
Spicy.
Now the price has moved a little bit. Veronica Burton lower. Gabby Williams lower. It kind of sounds like Unabated just thinks that this Fever game isn't going to play to the pace. Yeah, I'm not overly confident right now, but we're going to play this lower. They also kind of like an Asia lower as well. Those are always scary.
Yeah,
Gabby
I don't have any opinion on what they're showing us here, but I do think lowers are probably sharp.
Sure. Gabby threes. This line has moved on us.
Well, what was it before?
2.5. They liked the lower on the 2.5 with the previous multiplier. Let's see what Veronica Burton's working with. Let's see here. They like the lowers on, I think, points and rebounds here. But it was at 17.5, and it's been bet down to 16.5 now. Man, we just kind of missed the window shopping here, guys. We kind of missed the pocket where Caitlin's been bet down, Gabby's been bet down, and Veronica's been bet down, and we missed the line movement. So I'm not sure we want to play these at worse prices, but if we do, there's a WNBA boost here. Gets it up to 30%. Maybe that mitigates what we missed out on. We'll use a small unit size there, and we'll play the 3 unabated lowers. But those numbers have shifted ever so slightly.
Yeah, I'll still play it.
All right. The 30% bonus add helps mitigate the line movement.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't play that if you guys don't have that 30% one. But since if you do, like most of us will, I think it's worth doing. And then the NBA stuff, let me take a peek real quick here. A lot of that just hinges on J-Dub's availability. I know I said I had a lean there that I did not think J-Dub was playing basketball tonight. Like, why would you push it here and just save it for Game 7 or save it for the finals after winning last game? They might have pushed it had they not won last game. And that would lead me to be interested in some of the auxiliary OKC spots. Nez was bullish on like Vassell threes. And what was the other one you liked?
Vassell
threes.
I was playing Castle lower turnovers.
Yeah, Castle lower turnovers.
Inflated.
Okay. Turnovers 3.5. That's okay. Playing the lower side of that isn't a great multiplier, and we can't slide it, but we can mix that one in. Hartenstein minutes have been really solid. Jared McCain could be on the outside looking in if he can't make shots. I know the box scores have looked good, but his shot making has been putrid, to be honest. Cason Wallace steals is always in the back of my mind. Let me see if we can get a Wallace or Kendrick line here. Man, look at us getting doxxed on the steals now after we were the guys who invented it. Wow. They're on to us.
Too sharp.
It also negatively correlates with Castle lower, so maybe we don't even want to play that.
It's true.
Yeah, you know what really picked up last game, Nez, was the screen and roll stuff. Like they were really putting Wemby in action last time. That was like the biggest sharp guy takeaway.
How do you want to attack that?
With Hartenstein being on the floor.
Okay.
I might just play this PRA straight up, but I kind of like the rebounds angle. What do you?
Yeah, I think just probably just rebounds.
Okay. And then, man, I'm in on Kendrick. Like I think, it's not Ken. It's like,
There's no D.
Yeah, it's Ken Rich, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just we don't have anything. I saw something earlier. Pelicans legend. All right, let's leave it at that. Let's go with this one. We got a booster in there. Apply a couple bonus funds there. Oh, I guess I can't do that with the boost. Go with that. Nez believes in the threes, the turnovers, and I like them keeping Hartenstein on the floor for the pick and roll stuff that they were doing last game. Chet came to life a little bit. Felt decent. Drop that in the chat for everybody if you guys want to cook alongside us. I would be ear to the street here. Like, I didn't give one out on the paywall there the other day when we were doing the home run because I was waiting on the J-Dub news. If you get the J-Dub like going through warm-up, one that we got last time right before he's listed inactive, I would be hammering some of the Caruso, Kaysen, and Kenrich stuff. Those would be my 3 angles for the auxiliary stuff. And that's what I'll be waiting for from a news cycle standpoint. Anyways, all right, Nezzy, final words for the people.
Best of luck in the baseball afternoon slate. I'll be in there. Appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow. After dark, or not after dark. No Strip Nez with Sacrilegious Friday night. So check that out. Got to be a member.
Yeah, awesome. Loaded day tomorrow indeed there. Appreciate Ryan for gifting out one membership there today. I think we got 400 some odd members still. So a lot of people going to be churning out for that one. A lot of love for Sacrilegious within this community and how his brain works in those games. So looking forward to that one for sure. Tomorrow, Monster Baseball slate. We will also have some PGA on in the background. We will also have no hoops, no puck. Maybe we have a puck game, but no contest for it. We'll probably do football and baseball tomorrow, and then Nez will run it back with Sacrilegious in the evening. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, same bat time, same bat channel, everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace. Kind of sad that I don't hear Mr. Good Boy running right now. For the